Welcome back, everybody. More standard Super League queued up for you guys, and I'm now joined by the boss. How you doing, Tom?
Hey, what's up, Randy? Good to be
I'm doing well.
here.
So you're fresh back from London?
Yeah, it was a long time. It was a good long trip. It took about 24 hours to get back, and we barely got a Brad Nelson here. He almost didn't show up to the show. He got left behind in Dublin.
What?
An unfortunate incident.
I saw some of that on Twitter, but it wasn't clear. Like you guys made the flight, but he didn't, or something.
Yeah, he just went to use the bathroom for about 5 minutes, and I don't know. That 5 minutes was important to whatever lady at
Ouch!
the desk didn't want to really. I don't know. She was less helpful than the people that helped our other
That's
people.
unbelievable. He missed a flight by 5 minutes because he used the bathroom at the wrong time. That's
Yeah.
awful.
Oh, Aer Lingus. But
Yeah, no, I definitely saw some of the frustration coming out. It does not sound like he got treated all that well, which is too bad. Well, how was London other than that? You did pretty well at the Grand Prix, right?
yeah, I did well. I was in contention to top eight for the most part of the tournament. I was 11-1 at one point with Bant Heroic. Um, then I lost two in a row. I lost to a Green Red Devotion deck, which is my best matchup, but the draws just weren't there. Then I lost to a Bill Chronopolis. Apologize if I'm mispronouncing that, but yeah, the Jeskai deck with Stormbreath Dragon, and Bant Heroic's pretty weak to Stormbreath Dragon in general. So it's weak to the Stormbreath and to Manus Rider and to cheap burn spells like Wild Slash, and even now they're adapting to like Magma Spray in response to like Hangerback Walker and stuff.
Yep.
So it was just terrible. But I won the
Okay.
last round. I finished in 30th place out of like 2,150. So it wasn't a
Okay.
bad weekend.
That
And
makes sense.
Not Brad, Todd did had the same record but had like better tiebreakers and I finished in 15th place.
Oh wow.
But I'm playing nearly the same list as I did in London as I'm playing in this Standard Super League, and
Okay.
I'll be the match right after this match.
So you're still a big fan of Bant Heroic in the current standard? Make the
Yeah, it's
case for
good.
me.
It's um like I was very close to playing Brian Brunduin's deck, which is the hanger back Abzan deck that you know placed first and second in the Grand Prix and had like two more people in top eight. Um, but in general, I wanted to play Hangerback Walker and Dromokus Command in the same deck, and I knew Anaphins would be strong too. I knew like Stormbreath Dragon would be strong, but I just had the most familiarity with Bat Heroic, and it was still playing the cards I wanted to play, so I just went for it. And it's been a strong deck on the Open Series, and I think like a lot of people in Europe or I guess in London weren't really familiar how the deck worked, which I felt would be a strong
Mm.
advantage too.
It's a good point. So you got the chance to just outplay people at the GP. Is that how it played out?
Yeah, there was a lot of people like not knowing what the deck was capable of. Um, it's a deck that takes advantage of small mistakes, and really, it's a deck that you can't really make mistakes either. Like it really punishes yourself if you make mistakes too. So it's you walk a very fine line when you're playing a
Got it.
deck like Bench Rogue. It doesn't look
Oh,
very strong on paper, and it's not very strong unless you play it like at peak performance. And if you don't, it all crumbles.
all
The
right.
deck will
Well, that
crumble
makes
upon itself
sense.
very fast.
We look forward to watching you next round with that Bant Heroic deck. But meanwhile, let's get down to the Sultai versus Jeskai battle. We've got Gerard Fabiano and Josh Utter-Leyton queued up. They are ready to play, so we will head down to this match. Josh has got a Jeskai list. Gerard, the Sultai deck that just such a crazy good matchup for him against Andrew Cuneo last week. I almost felt bad for Andrew with the way that match lined up, but now we get to see how these clans fare off.
Yeah.
You
So
got a dog in this fight. Who do you like?
Josh beat me last week. I think my deck is poor against Jeskai in general, but his deck is pretty good. I guess better than the average deck. I think Jeskai Charm specifically is due to make a resurgence in the format. I think
Mm,
cards like Hangback Walker get hit pretty hard by a card like Jeskai Charm, which just puts on top and just resets all the work they put in, like tapping it and putting counters on it. But as for who I think is going to win this match, I would say I say Josh's. Josh has a better chance.
He
Gerard's
did.
loaded up on ground creatures and Sultai charms, which interact poorly with um, Monster Mentor and Mana Strider. So I'm gonna go with Josh on this one.
Well, Josh kept a 1-land draw, but it was a scry land, and he did manage to find what he needed. So Wayfinder is. Oh, we've got the hands backwards, right? Gerard's got to be the one playing the Satyr Wayfinder. Josh does not have Satyr Wayfinder. Yeah, we just got confused about who started the match. Yeah, Gerard was supposed to start the match, but Josh did. We can move the hands, though, I assume. Yeah. So apologies. We'll just swap the graphics while they play. So yeah, Gerard is the one on the top of the screen with the Satyr Wayfinder. Josh is the one who kept 1 land and in fact did not get there. Scryland, I
Yeah,
thought I saw him draw a non-land card after the Scryland, and yeah, this may
yeah.
not
Josh just
actually
has
be
7 spells in hand. Gerard's just gonna run away with this. Although Gerard didn't really have that much pressure. I mean, I just Ashock's gonna threaten to -10 in pretty quick fashion before like a Seeker Awake can attempt to pressure it. Yeah, I don't see much chance of Gerard losing this game.
Well, we finally got the mountain. I mean, all Gerard's actually done is play an Ashiok.
Yeah, he's just gonna slam his Erebus's Titan, and
Aha!
Josh can't really kill it. I mean,
That is one of the tech cards that Gerard brought to the table. 4 copies of Erebos' Titan in this Sultai list that Gerard's running.
yeah, even if Josh had Valor Stance, the indestructible clause, if you don't have, if the opponent doesn't have a creature, is gets in the way of that. This 2/2
Seeker
Seeker Awake not gonna
into
hold up
top
much
deck Valor
defense.
Stance. Some nice friendly trash talk between these guys on Twitter. Josh did assert that Jeskai was so much better than Sultai that he would have to, mulligan a couple times just to make it a fair fight. Maybe be careful what you wish for scenario there.
I think Jeskai is very good. Jeskai beat me in the Grand Prix. Bill Chronopoulos beat me in round 13 to knock me out of contention. He was a pretty stock Jeskai deck with Stormbreath Dragon instead of Ojutai, which I think Stormbreath Dragon was very, very strong for the tournament, especially in a field where Jamoka's commands and Valor Stances were the preferred removal spells.
How Ashiok puts
But yeah,
Advent of Carol Keep into play, or Carol Keep, revealing a Sultai charm. That's some
that
card.
should all but close the door on this game right here. Sultai Charm the Seeker of the Way, then go
Yup.
ahead and smash in for a good bit.
Down goes Seeker. Yeah, kind of an ugly game. Now, talk to me about this Hangerback Abzan deck that was all the rage over in London. You said you guys had a version of it, but I mean, why all of a sudden is that just the deck that was like 5 in the top?
Going into London, we knew that Abzan aggro was very popular in Europe. Rombard doing like wrote about the deck too, and he had a versus video when it was a deck. And then we did a standard seminar, and he explained how good like the cards in it were. Like it's just a regular Abzan aggro deck, but it's playing the cards that we felt were very good in the format. I guess a Hangerback Walker and Dromoka's Command and Anafenza. And it's just kind of like slammed them all together. Synergies were there. Like, you can put a counter on Hangerback Walker with a Dromoka's Command, or, tap the Hangerback Walker and to level it up and attack with Anafenza and put a counter on it. So there was like subtle synergies there and just like a very consistent deck.
Mm-hmm.
And there are just like not very many weaknesses to the deck, and just like the publicity plus like the metagame evolving plus like there's also a strong preference to Abzan in Europe just led to like this being the breakout deck of the tournament there.
Now, what happens now? Now that the cat's out of the bag and everybody sees that deck is apparently the best deck in Standard.
Well, Well, I guess the people have to figure out how to beat Hangerback Walker and ground creatures, I guess. Um,
You don't have the answer figured out yet?
you have to either go bigger or go around it. I think Stormbreath's still pretty good against it. The Abzan Hangerback deck only plays 2 or 3 black removal spells that can deal with a Stormbreath Dragon. Usually it's ultimate price and some small number of Hero's Downfall. So I think the deck that Brad Nelson and Martin Juza played are very good, which is the red-green Megamorph / Dragons deck. So I think like Thunderbreak Regent and Stormbreath Dragon are great ways to just circumvent the problems of that Hangerback Walker presents. So moving forward, I guess I would explore, various dragon decks.
Plus you get to call your deck Mega Dragons. That's got to be.
Mega Dragons is a pretty sweet combination of the archetypes, and it's a pretty good name. I like it.
Yeah, Worlds will really be the place where we get the next super clean read on that, I think. Meanwhile, Jeskai versus Sultai. Gerard definitely up a game. I mean, Josh's draw seemed keepable, right? One land, it's a scry land. Had some 2-drops. I think he actually had already mulliganed once as well. Hopefully we get a better game now here in game 2.
Yeah, his draws were about as pathetic as my draws were against him. Our match last week, I missed my second land drop against him, but it was a bad match and whatever too. But it looked like Josh has played 3 non-games in a row. Hopefully we can play a real game. And it looks like both people have enough lands to play a real game too.
It does. Scryland, I didn't see which way he pushed the negate. No, he pushed it to the bottom. Yeah. All right. Abbott on turn 2. Does not get to play that land.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of playing Abbott on turn 2. And
just run it out there.
To extract some value. I mean, it's not quite a Seeker of the Way or whatever, but the card is so versatile that sometimes you just have to deal with the weaker end of it in this playing on turn 2, just to curve out.
Yeah, it feels like Josh has got a pretty aggressive draw too. He's got turn 3 Monastery Mentor. He can follow up with another Abbott, Jeskai Charm, Dig Through Time. It definitely feels like a hand that wants to race. What did he draw?
So here, Josh has the option to cast Magmatic Insight to pump his Abbott to a 3/2 and attack through this Satyr Wayfinder, or he could play a Monastery Mentor and pass. And alternatively, I guess he could play an Abbott and hope to hit something decent.
Yeah, I mean, if he attacks, will Gerard block? Gerard would just snap off a block, right, and force Josh to play an instant.
Yeah, I think I just want to play a Mentor here and just have a ton of options next turn and attack into him.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate that he misses the attack, but Gerard was just going to block, and Josh had better things to spend his mana on, so.
I mean, Gerard could just Soulstar Charm this, hypothetically, but as we know, he doesn't have it, and I don't think that's even entirely bad for Josh if that happens either. And I think he's pretty okay with Ashiok too, because he has pretty good attacks against it.
Yeah, Gerard's Ashiok has looked pretty good so far, but it does not look good on this board. It's a card that Andrew Cuneo famously just refuses to play in any decks. Now, how do you play this if you're Josh?
Your 4th land being Island really sucks because you don't have the ability to cast. I guess you can cast Magmatic Insight and Jeskai Charm anyway, but I think you just really want to get this Ashiok off the board.
You
mean you have to Jeskai Charm too.
Get a couple of prowess triggers and then see what's up?
Yeah, I think so. If you hit a land, then it's okay.
And like you said,
small burn spell is great. If you hit a card like a Lightning Strike or a Magma Spray, then you could really just attack the Ashiok with this.
How do you feel about
Abbott?
There, that seems solid. Now what? Just send him? Now, is he attacking Ashiok or is he attacking Drea? He's attacking Ashiok. There you go. Thank you. Mentor gets blocked.
Yeah, you lose a slight amount of value here, but it's just... Oh, he didn't even kill the Ashiok. He's leaving up the Jeskai charm. I guess the
Well,
plus on
one
Ashiok didn't
prowess
really
trigger would
hurt him
not.
that bad anyway.
Yeah, I don't think he cares about Ashiok ticking up. There was nothing he could tick down for, so we get it next turn. Here's the
Oh, it's
Erebos'
gonna be
Titan.
great for Josh. He just gets a Jeskai charm, and kill Ashiok, or if he did the math, I ain't done the math myself, but if the math works out where you could put Gerard to 16 and then just run him over with all these practice creatures, that could be a possibility. I'm expecting him to think a long time in the turn and see exactly where he wants to point this Jeskai charm.
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's going to get with the Avid, and it doesn't trigger prowess by itself. It sure feels like the plan is remove the Titan one way or the other. Spit off a Monk. I don't think he's in lethal range through a Titan. All right, he uses Valorous Stance to kill the Titan. He's not going to use the Jeskai Charm here. So that preserves his ability to just deal 4 to the face. Right, so what does attack plus Jeskai Charm deal? 2, 4, 7, 10. That's 14. He can't quite dig for +4 on the same turn, not when it comes into play tap land. But we are getting close. Then there's the small matter of Mr. Ashiok over there. 5 cards in Josh's graveyard, so he can pay 3 mana to dig through time. Wow,
I like paying 3 mana. Oh, he's paying 4.
Oh, he's paying 4?
I did like the idea of paying some mana to dig and then attack Ashiok with both the monks and hit Gerard for 6.
I guess
that
he's
puts him in good shape.
He's preserving a card so that he can delve later because he figures he has nothing to do with that 1 mana this turn.
Yeah, it's more likely than not. I mean, unless it's a 1 mana burn spell of some kind.
And it doesn't look like we're going to be able to fit his cards into the window, thanks to Josh trying. Free lands, Jeskai Charmed, and a Treasure Cruise. Look at that. Play well, get rewarded. Leave the card in the graveyard for future delves. Find a Treasure Cruise with your dig through time. And yeah, this totally looks like 2 monks at Ashiok. And you take 6, and we'll see if I can kill you next turn.
So at the end of the turn, I would have preferred Jeskai charming the Ashiok and then untapping and Valor stancing the Erebos' Titan, which would have preserved 1 mana. And now, well, Josh's line kind of left his options open a little bit, but I think it was very, very, very small chance that he would want to leave this Ashiok alive and want to leave this Erebos' Titan off the board.
And, yeah, he would have been able to both dig and also Valorous Stance with his mana. He would have had to delve that 1 more card, but it would have worked out. All right, well, Gerard refills with a Treasure Cruise, but he's got nothing on his board. Does find a Bile Blight.
Bile Blight is very good against these monks. These monks would be nearly lethal. I mean, Jeskai Charm presents 9 damage from the monks alone.
He's going to Thoughtseize and see what's up. All right. What do you want, Mr. Fabiano?
Yeah, I like Thoughtseize here. Thoughtseize is basically just getting an idea of what Josh has brought to the table for game 2. Oh, yeah. I don't think Gerard really expects to win this game.
I mean, the Bile Blight does a little bit of work. You have to what? Bile Blight the 3 monks, I guess? I don't think you can afford to take out the Mentor. Leave 4. Yeah, 4 prowess creatures. You're so close to dead.
I guess I was Gerard. I'd take probably. Well, if he takes Jeskai Charm, then Gerard actually kind of wants Josh to catch Jeskai Charm, and so he can respond with a Bile Blight and like not take a ton. You could actually let Jeskai Charm resolve and then Bile Blight and kill the 4th monk token. Which would be Josh's like expected play, but the safer line is to take it, because Jeskai Charm is just such a versatile card. You could just cast it anytime. He could just not cast it too, and even like Gerard not take in it would look very suspicious on Josh's end, and I think Josh could sniff out the blob bite from here.
Now, Josh looks like he's going to go for Treasure Cruise. So Gerard is going to be able to get 4 monks for his Bile Blight instead of 3. But Josh does get to resolve a Treasure Cruise.
Yeah, Josh gets to cruise and slam him for 6, which is cool. But then Bile Blight happens, and then Dragonlord Silumgar happens. And at the moment, Josh didn't have a real good answer to Dragonlord Silumgar. So even with the follow-up Manus Riders, we don't know who's actually going to win the game after Treasure Cruise. I guess we'll find out after these 3 cards. We'll have a better idea.
Jeskai Charm, Magnetic Insight, and a land.
Charm helps a lot. It means that he slams for 6, Gerard goes to Silumgar, and then Manus Rider plus Jeskai Charm to finish it off.
Silumgar stealing Mentor is kind of good here.
Yeah.
Well, Gerard does not have a land that comes into play on tap, does he?
Oh, then the Apocalyptic Blade didn't happen. But anyway, I think Josh would have won. He would have taken a tapped Mentor, then Josh would have tapped and played a Manus Rider plus Jeskai Charm, and it would have been over. Oh, this is the worst. I guess he's drawing 3 and playing a roast, which is cool, but shouldn't be enough. Unless, I guess, Gerard could find his way to a Murder's Cut after a Treasure Cruise resolves. Or does he not have Spell Mastery?
He must have Spell Mastery.
Yeah, he does, okay.
Yeah, Treasure Cruise and a roast. It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. Talent of Telepathic card is that I've been not very impressed with. It's extremely inconsistent, and I've just personally never seen it be more. I guess I haven't seen it be better. A 4-mana card should be.
Okay, well, Gerard tapped down to 1 mana, so Josh is now licking his chops. He just has to decide how he wants to kill him. 2 Mantis Riders, I think, is guaranteed to get the job done. Jeskai Charm plus a Prowess trigger, I think, was guaranteed to get the job done. Both of the above is also, in fact, going to get the job done.
Yeah, so Jeskai Charm of the Face beats even Murder's Cut here.
Yeah, he wanted the second creature to beat Murder's Cut. Gerard didn't have it anyway, so there you go. Now we get a game 3. Game 3, which actually
I didn't analyze
matchups because of the way the tiebreaker system works. Taking a page from the Star City end of year event, we are set up with these groups of 4, and obviously, run the table. You get to win the group. You're the only 3-0 because you've played every other person in the group. But if we do have a tie for figuring out which 2 players are going to advance to the playoffs, or if we have a tie for which group winners are going to get the buys in the playoffs, then we start looking at game wins, and we look at fewest game losses. And if push comes to shove, we even have the pro points tiebreaker. So the fact that this goes to game 3, a little more relevant than it actually normally would be.
Yeah, games do definitely matter in this. I personally wish it didn't go down to pro points. I don't actually have that many pro points, but I think the people in my bracket, the Brewers bracket, have a lot. Definitely more. Josh, Gerard, Andrew Cuneo, they all have more than me. So I don't think that anybody will go to that tiebreaker. I think it'll be solved before then if there are that many tiebreak decisions to be made. But
something that nobody was going to be tied on. I think it's like the 5th tiebreaker or some such.
Yeah, it's fine. It has to be something.
All right. What do you think of these draws here in game 3?
Josh is definitely roast flooded. He definitely prefer more early action, like 2-drop creatures and stuff. I guess it kind of sucks that you have to bring in roast against these Erebus Titan to deal with them, and I guess you can't really let Jace get out of control either.
Yeah.
Jace is probably one of the better cards in Standard, maybe even the best, but it's kind of suppressed at the moment because of, I think, Hangerback Walker being in the same league as it. Like, you want your Bang with Sprays, Wall Slashes, and stuff against them, too. You really the format really needs every deck to have early answers to early creatures, which is kind of making Jace kind of Jace is great by all means, but I think it could be even better in a different era, I guess. The
Yeah,
same thing happened to like Jace the Mind Sculptor. Jace Mind Sculptor was in the same era as Bloodbraid Elf, which kind of suppressed it too. But then when Bloodbraid Elf went popular, Jace was just the best card ever. Jace Mind Sculptor was just super insane. It got to be the insane card that everybody knew it could be. I think like Jace Friends Prodigy will be an insane card too. Like not even saying it's not insane now, but it's gonna be. It's like it has very high possibility to be the best card in standard after rotation.
Interesting. Yeah, we definitely saw some of that at the Pro Tour where the red decks were just like, oh, Mr. Control deck, you actually have a target? Great. I've got burn spells for you.
Yeah, the red deck's packing Searing Blood. Searing Blood was genius at the Pro Tour.
Agreed.
Because people showed up with Satyr Wayfinders and Jace Friends Prodigy for them to hit too, and it was great in the mirror matches. It was great against like any aggressive deck, like a Thopter deck, even like Abzan aggro that had where Rakshasa is Death Dealer. They moved away from it since now, or since then. But for that Pro Tour, the best reason to run mono red was Searing Blood.
I agree. All right. Meanwhile, Josh got a free planes off his Abbot. Gerard is cycling through cards with his Sultai Charm. Basically building up to a Languish, I think, is his game plan. Does have a replacement Jace.
Yeah. Not surprisingly, not super soft against Languish. Really, I don't think Josh has a very high chance to get 3-for-1 off a Languish. Like 2-for-1 is probably the most you want.
Yeah.
And I don't think 1-for-1's even that uncommon. But
wow, did he discard?
Yeah, I like how.
What happened to the Mantis Rider? Did it give away to the Magmatic Insight?
No, I don't know where it went. Magmatic Insight, you have to discard land too.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Sultai Charm, and then got dealt away. Sorry. So yeah, Josh is not. He's just playing to draw cards. I mean, he seems like he wants to play this matchup where if he's ahead on cards, he just needs a thing to attack with. I mean, I kind of like the way Josh doesn't seem to want to really open himself up to Languish. Oh, Hero's Downfall killed the Mantis Rider, of course. Sorry, my screen.
Yeah, I don't know. I like Josh's bringing in so many roasts. I really don't like proactive. I'm sorry. I really don't like reactive cards in a matchup where you really cannot beat the control. Like when you play against Gerard with Sultai control, you cannot flip the script and put him into making him beat you and you be controlling him. Even if you do have Treasure Cruises and stuff and Abbots, which create card advantage, it's just so tough to get ahead on cards against Gerard. You really have to just put him under the gun.
He clearly brought in all 4 of them because he's drawn all 4 this game. This one's going to kill Jace again. He does get a prowess trigger. But there's the negate from Gerard. It's okay. Josh has more roasts where that one came from. I presume you just Shiv and Reef and roasted again, right?
Good, yeah. Yeah, good.
So Jace definitely dies. Gerard's been unable to get Jace online. And Josh gets to hit him for 4.
Yeah, it looked like Josh is going to take this. If Gerard chooses to play Erebus Titan, and he's gonna die to getting roasted plus a Jeskai charm.
What else is Gerard supposed to do?
Languish saves him. I guess I foresee Languish. Oh, Cruise. Yeah, I guess you start with Cruise. You're more likely not to draw an untapped land and consider your options from there.
Yeah, he did draw a polluted Delta.
So from here,
Titan.
He has to play Delta and something that costs 4. Or I guess you can play Temple and commit to Downfall here, or Sultai Charm here. It's tough because any choice he takes, if he's wrong, he just loses on the spot. So the choice to win the most is probably staying at 6, yeah, and just killing his creature, and then trying to go from there. I don't think hoping to block with Airbus Titan's gonna get it done. Oh, Feed the Clan. Feed the Clan's great.
Gerard does love his Feed the Clans.
So if he survives this turn, next turn he can go
Titan Feed.
Delta down to 5 and play Titan, and I guess Feed the Clan immediately and go up to 15.
If Josh doesn't respond with a Jeskai Charm, yeah. All right. Now what? Josh sees the tapped out opponent on 6. It's Jeskai Charm, but Roast obviously doesn't target players, so Abbott.
Abbott should hit most everything. I guess Slam on this is pretty good.
He just brained him.
It looks like it's turning out to be a pretty good game. Looks like Gerard's going to fetch down to 1 and then go back up to 11. And then we'll be facing Cruise, Charm, Roast versus Gerard's hand. I think it's still highly favorable for Josh, but it's definitely getting pretty interesting here. And Gerard should definitely cast his Feed the Clan at first opportunity. He shouldn't, shouldn't hold back anything. Definitely don't let Josh untap.
Feed the Clans is insane in this spot.
Swamp here and has, shouldn't be able to take any pain damage off this line of worries.
Erebos is Titan. And this card. Gerard's signature Feed the Clans.
So I think it's roasted. I don't have 8, does it? No, I don't have 8.
So when he hits Roast, Mantis Rider, he can't also Jeskai Charm, right? No.
I guess I'd...
It's 2 of those cards.
Just cruise first. You know you're 100% cruising this turn. You're going to cast Roast. I don't know what other land I want to tap for Roast. But I'm 100% certain I want to cast Cruise 1 blue. So I would cast Cruise first.
Well, he only
draw
gets 6
another
cards in his yard. He needs to Roast to get the 7th card into his graveyard, so Cruise only costs 1.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm miscounting. That was 1 more.
Yeah, Roast brings Cruise down to 1, so.
Yeah, tapping Monster Mentor and Plains would be
right. He has so much blue and white that he seems unlikely to regret tapping the monastery. Now then, here is the Cruise. Trigger, the Abbott triggers for prowess, of course, and Erebos' Titan triggers.
Yeah, Erebos' Titan, cool card. Could recur it out your graveyard whenever an opposing creature leaves the graveyard of an opponent. Yeah. Which includes being delved into the exile zone.
It is anti-delve technology. That's what it does. Your opponent wants to delve, you can get back your Erebos' Titan.
Mostly I've seen it as a 4-mana 5/5. That's mostly indestructible.
Fine tradition.
Yeah, it's nice to have
5/5s in black, dating back to the original Juzam Jin. This one's a little better than Juzam. All right, now Josh has refilled his hand. And he basically gets to play Mantis Rider or Jeskai Charm. So he's going to go with the Mantis Rider. Hit for 7, I guess. Oh, so now the Jeskai Charms are lethal. Gerard's going to have to languish, but all Josh has to do is resolve one of the 2 copies of Jeskai Charm sitting in his hand. And this fight will go to the Jeskai.
Yeah, it looks like Josh is about to start off 2-0 in the Brewers bracket here.
Yeah, this is a battle of winners, so somebody was going to 2-0. There's the languish. Makes sense, but Josh, he's just drawn so many extra cards. Look, his opponent's down to a couple of Ashioks. Josh has got all the mana he could want, 2 Jeskai charms, Seeker of the Way, the Jeskai OP. That's what Josh said on Twitter when Gerard was talking him up a little bit. And Josh couldn't, every game where he drew 2 lands by turn 2, he just showed Gerard both sides of his hand.
Yeah, Josh's Jeskai deck looks really good. I want to say while I'm still on air how bad I think my matchup's about to be. I'm the next match
please,
against Andrew Cuneo. And Andrew Cuneo innovated the red-blue tutelage deck that won Grand Prix San Diego, and now he's coming with Mardu goggles. And Bantroke is particularly bad against Mardu in general.
Sure.
And against Crackling Doom, because God's Willing and cards like Valor Stance indestructible don't work against Crackling Doom. And I can't even imagine how bad it's going to be whenever he's copying Crackling Doom with Pyremaster's goggles. This is going to be ridiculous. 4 Wild/2, Anger of the Gods, Ugin the Spirit Dragon, Brad Nelson head. I don't know how it could get any worse.
All right. Well, good luck to you, sir. Thanks for chatting with us. Certainly enjoyed getting you in the commentary this week. Stay tuned out there, guys. We'll be right back. It is just about goggles time. Stay tuned.
Yeah, my pleasure, Andy. See y'all later.